Hello everyone and welcome to another traditional Sealed of Forgotten Realms. So again the same set as usually. So first I will show the card pool and then I will cut the recording, figure out the deck, and then I will continue the recording when I have figured out the deck or decks if I find multiple ones. And then well, I will build the deck or decks for you, and then I will go to the matches. Okay, so the rest include 2 Tasha's Hideous Slaughters. Now, this is not a limited playable card. If you have 2 of these in your deck, you would still have to draw both of them to make it likely for the opponent to actually deck out. I don't think there's a tutoring for instants and sorceries in this set, so I think these are just completely wasted rare slots. And so is the Flump though. The Flump is really not something you are interested in. It is, I mean, you both get to draw cards. This is just an 0-4, so this is, good blocker, but you don't win by blocking. You would have to be a very late game focused deck to utilize this. Now, one thing I should mention is that Tassa's Hideous Latter does combine well with Flump, because opponent doesn't get to decline the card draw, and this is also a way to dig into this Tassa's Hideous Latter. So who knows, maybe I can get some, I can try like once, but this is a best of 3 event, so I have to win twice per opponent, and of course the opponent has to win me twice. So maybe I can sideboard into something crazy that has both Flump and the Tassa's, both of these blue mill cards. Well, it's not technically milling because it exiles cards, but the point is the same as for mill cards in general. The opponent loses their library and they will lose to an empty library. Anyway, the rest of the cards are much nicer. These are in a traditional limited deck. These are bad cards, so this is not a good pool unless I really can utilize both of them in the same deck. We will see what is the amount of support for that. Who knows? Maybe I can actually deck opponents. Flame Skull is great. It's also mythic rare, so great for collection. It's the only mythic rare in the pool, but 1 out of 6 is good. The odds to open a mythic rare is 1 out of 7 in Forgotten Realms. So 3 mana, 3/1 flyer, can't block. Wouldn't be that amazing, but of course the rejuvenation ability is pretty good. So reading this thing, it might not be clear instantly, but the clause that says until the end of your next turn, you may play one of those cards, and that refers to both the Flame Skull and the card you exile. So you can either play the card you exiled from top of your library, or you can just choose to play a Flame Skull again. So that is, I mean, usually you choose the Flame Skull, but I can definitely see situations where you don't need the flyer that can't block, but you will exile something you absolutely want to cast instead. So yeah, fantastic deck card goes to any red deck. And Lair of the Hydra, well, all the animated lands in this set are definitely fantastic, so going to any green deck for sure. Long Rest, I think the most common use for this is to sort of draw 3 cards for 6 mana. Sometimes you can go for 4 with 7 mana, and it is good enough. I think I would put this in any green deck, unless it's a super aggressive one, which will be very unlikely in Sealed. Anyway, these are the rares. Let's see the rest of the pool now. I'll use the larger view for the cards. Okay, well, I see something defensive right away. If I really want to go for the blue-white milling deck, I could play the Dawnbringer Clerics as 2 drops. Good defensive drops here at least. And for a regular white deck, there's a Steadfast Paladin, maybe Ranger's Hawk if I have some other Venturer there in the deck. Some playable white cards here, and here okay, well, the Celestial Unicorn actually is pretty good with Steadfast Paladin, and I suppose if I end up playing both of these, I don't think I want to main deck 2 1/3s at 2, because it's really not very impactful card, but I think the Unicorn would be played easily. Moonblessed Cleric, yeah, none of my rares were enchantments, were they? I don't think so. But these are playable cards, no 4 mana cards from white at all, though. Okay, blue, use your guard approach, not great. Here, playable 2-drops, trick, bounce. I'm not a big fan of the bounce here. I'm not a big fan of the sign of Stygia either, because it's not that great when you get the low roll, and I don't want to count on getting the high roll. If I had like multiple pixie guides, it definitely becomes better, because that will increase the chance to get the high roll, of course. But with only one, I'm not that excited. Soul Knife Spy though, that is a great 3-drop. I mean, I wish I had 2 of these and 1 of these instead, but what can you do? It's a fantastic card. Well, there's the exiling stuff, card draw. Okay, I don't have tutors, but this thing can dig into these things. If I would play a deck with Hideo's Ladders, I would definitely play the Villine Slayer just for the draw 2, discard 2. Of course, I will counter spells with this mostly, but if I really need to just dig into this. And there's another card draw spell here. And then there's the Windseer, which scries, which also allows me to find this. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to, at least in one match, in one game, to play the Exile deck. Well, Milling deck actually, but anyway. But we will see, we will see. How about black? Dungeon Crawler is like... 2-1 is easily outclassed. But it's still something you can play in the early game, it's fine. Warlock class... not a bad one, but not a great one. There are a lot of better classes than this, but it's a playable because the level 2 gets you your card back, so whatever it does extra is, kind of a, you didn't pay much for it. You do pay 3 mana total to get a card, which is definitely not great, but given that this has the level 1, which, can make the opponent lose life every now and then the level 3 option too. It's I think worth playing, but it's also something I could easily cut from the deck. I don't feel like I would play this, that I'm absolutely forced to play in any black deck. It's not strong enough for that. Check for traps, definitely in sealed. I think I would play in main deck. Deadly Dispute, yeah, it's fine. Fate Reversal, not great unless I have a bunch of Venturing, when it of course becomes a better 2 mana for this effect. The sort of Raise Dead effect is not great, especially when it's sorcery speed, but the Venture might make the card worth it. I don't think I would play 2 though. Hexblade, fine 2-drop, even better if you have a bunch of Treasure Generation, of course. Goal is like fine. Vampire Spawn, yeah, I don't think it's bad. It is okay, but the Yuan Ti is better one. I really like this 3-drop from black. But I can play, all these 3-drops if I'm otherwise lacking 3-drops. I'm not really feeling bad about including this into the deck. Death Priest of Miracle. Skeletons, vampires, and zombies. Well, this thing is a vampire. This is a zombie. I think this is a zombie. Yeah, there's some kind of this is a zombie. Don't know. I'm not a big fan of this card. Anyway, this can pump already some creatures in the deck, but of course the main idea is that this creates those skeletons, which it also will pump. So it's a pretty nice one, I think, in combination with the cards I already have in the pool. Manticore is like playable, nothing amazing. Zombie Ogre could be played, could easily be cut. Eyes of the Beholder, I guess I could play one of those. I don't think the black is that bad, but there's not removal here, is there? Oh, well, there's the Eyes of the Beholder, but it's pretty expensive. There's not really... Yeah, there's one Death Toucher. Okay, not great in terms of removal. Here, a couple of Dueling Rapiers. I think one is the most I would play, unless the deck is like super aggressive. Goblin Javeliner, it's okay, but very aggressive. Kick in the Door is bad. It's just not worth a card to get a counter. Well, it gains haste too, and then there's the Venture, but you would have to be very, very deep into the Venture mechanic to kind of consider this card playable. Dwarf, 2 mana 1/3, not really. Well, if you have a bunch of die rolling, this could... I think this is more like a card you will draft around, not necessarily very good in sealed. Critical Hit is bad. Yeah, Double Strike is just not good enough, unless you have like some rare Trampler. I think there's the red 5-drop rare which has 7 power, it has Trample. If you had something like that, maybe the Critical Hit is worth playing. Dragon's Fire, of course, probably the best common in the set. Flame Skull, great. Magic Missile is great. Oh, I actually didn't remember this can't be countered. Good to keep in mind. This does work against a ward too, but I don't think there's the common ward creature is 5-drop from blue with 5 toughness. Well, anyway, good to keep in mind. Barbarian is okay, Price of Loyalty, probably not great in the seal deck when you can draft a steal and sacrifice deck. Yeah, it's better. I have a couple of black cards that sacrifice. I think I recall seeing the Sepulture Goal and well, why not? Why don't show it? Yeah, this thing, and of course there is the wait a second, a Deadly Dispute. Yep. All right. So I don't think it's a very good card in sealed. Hoarding Ogre, Sellsword. These are playable 4-drops, nothing amazing. Swarming Goblins playable. Tiger Trap Hunter is good. Also works nicely in the sacrifice deck, but I don't think is that worth putting Price of Loyalty to your deck? Maybe it is, who knows. And Earth Cult Elemental is good, but even better is this Red Dragon. Yeah, this is, I think, the best of the Dragon cycle. 6 mana 4/4 flyer that immediately deals 4 to opponent is no joke. And yeah, it's just, I mean, even if this gets removed, you dealt at least 4 damage to the opponent. It can be very significant. I think the next best card is the white one. And well, don't think I'm gonna rate the rest now, but red is clearly the best, and white is clearly the second best in my opinion. Then we have a Lair of the Hydra, which I saw already. Neverwinter. So anyway, about the red, there's a couple of decent removal spells and some strong cards of other kind, and enough playables. I think red is quite likely to be played. That doesn't work with the mill deck though, so I don't think I'm gonna start with the mill deck at least. Neverwinter Triad. It's okay if I play like red-green, which wants to play both of these 6-drops, I think, and the 5-drop. Maybe even the goblins. I think this could be pretty decent in there. How about, okay, sideboard card trick. Pretty weak stuff here. Let's see. Okay, the green isn't. Okay, the Lurking Roper is good, but the green isn't really that great. There's not enough good stuff. I mean, what I'm gonna play on turn 2, I have a couple of scaled herbalists. I don't care about them. I don't think I can play green here. It's just, it doesn't have the power. No, the rare isn't enough. And the Lurking Roper is the best green card, but because it's at least it's a very significant blocker, and sometimes you can even attack with it and get it untapped. But yeah, I think green won't be played. Okay, the Hama Pashar. Well, if I play the blue-white mill-focused deck, that will be in that. Kaline is great. I think this makes me want to play black-red. I have 2 of these even. They are legendary, so you can't, have them both at the same time on the battlefield. But having a, better chance to have it on the battlefield in general is perfect. And Evolving Wild's always nice. Couple of dungeon maps. Okay. I think I'm gonna play 1 at least. And there's also double of Bag of Holding. I mean, I need basically 1 of each. I'm not gonna play at least 2 Bag of Holdings. I won't be playing. Now, this is also something you could play in the mill deck, though. You get to dig deeper because you have to find both of your Tasha's Hideous Ladders to make it, something you can win with. Resolving 1 won't usually be enough. Well, if I'm gonna play those cards in some deck, in that deck I would play both of the Bag of Holdings. How about this thing? I mean, dungeon map works too because you get when you go to the dungeon of the Mad Mage, you get those big scries, so you could have the dig into the, the Tasha's things. Okay, well, I will make a cut now. I will try to make the mill deck work, but I think the other deck might be black-red, but we will see. So, well, you will see in 1 second from now. Okay, so the blue-white deck, which I am going to try at least once, is going to have most defensive cards it can have, so the Paladin Seal will be good. Double Steadfast Paladin, I actually missed the fact that I have 2 of these in the pool when I went through the cards. It's definitely good to have a life linker when you are on the defensive. I have only 2 enchantments in the entire pool, so the Warlock class and the Find the Path, not great. So this is not going to be played, it's only a 3-2. and I don't need the devoted paladin in this deck the main idea is just to win with I don't think I can win with my creatures because they're so small. It's gonna be win about the Thassa's Hideous Lather. So I will have 2 decks. I will show this one first because I'm not gonna start with this. I'm gonna remove all the cards here, and then build the black-red deck after that. Okay, come on, this, and then it's going to be. Yeah, I wanna play this very defensive trick too, and then I'm gonna play both Bag of Holding and the dungeon map in the deck. Of course, the Pashar is in the deck. It has quite a bit of venture, and I mean both the 2 copies of both of them. I need to dig into this Thassa's Hideous Lather. So the dungeon I'm gonna go to is almost always going to be the Mad Mage because it has the valuable scries, and Runestone Caverns can also maybe find a Hideous Lather and all that. But I think I was planning to play 24 cards in this deck because it's mostly very cheap cards and there are cantrips and stuff like that. I don't need 17 lands in here. I'm gonna have 1 4 mana card, 1 5 mana card, and 1 6 mana card with double of dungeon maps. And well, of course, the Bag of Holding and venturing with this is gonna be used by mana, but I still don't need 17 lands. I think the last card I was planning to play, it might be the Ranger's Hawk. More venture, but it is quite slow, but it might still be the Ranger's Hawk. Yeah, let's maximize the venture here. So this is the amount of venture in the deck, which will help me to dig to the Hideous Lather. So that's only 4 cards, but these are pretty robust. These are not that easy to remove. Of course, these can be removed, but all 4 of these cards, they are repeatable venturing. And I will have, these weak cards that won't be able to attack and won't be able to block that well either. So the Ranger's Hawk's idea in this deck is not to deal damage, but to make me, further ventures. Because this deck isn't gonna win unless I get to cast these things. One thing about the green cards is that, this long rest is going to allow me to recast 1 Thassa's Hideous Lather, but the green cards are so bad otherwise. And that there's no way that the green-blue deck is going to be better than the blue-white deck. So I'm going to just ignore green altogether. So this is the deck, and it will have the Evolving Wilds, of course, and, come on, well, I have Evolving Wilds, or whatever it was. Yep, and then a mix of islands and plains. I think I need plains more because my early plays are white. So I would have Evolving Wilds 9, 8. Yeah, it's 16 lands total, so it would be. I still have these double casters, although I won't be casting these early. I think it would be Evolving Wilds 8 plains and 7 islands. Yeah, that would be the deck. And I will sideboard into that deck for sure. But I'm not gonna start with that because this is the kind of a gimmicky deck. It is interesting, and I think it can be strong, and it's easier to use from the sideboard because the one problem I have with this deck, and I was somewhat unlucky with the commons in that regard because, for example, the blue 4 mana 2/5 would be an excellent blocker. I didn't open them. White has the 4 mana 3/4, and that is a common, and white has a common 4 mana 3/4 with enters the battlefield of venture. That would be also very good defensive card. So I didn't open those. So I will have very much difficulties against any deck that has like a 4/4s, 5/5s, and cards like that. So I can't sideboard this deck into this deck often, but when the opponent also has mostly small creatures, this is going to be very good at holding them back and then finding time to, get both of these happen. And I don't really think this deck is able to win without the opponent decking out, but we will see. The reason I'm not playing the Sign of Stygius is that these are aggressive cards. Of course, they work in defense a bit, but it is in the end a 2/1, which is a very bad blocker. So I can buy like 1 or 2 turns with this thing, but that's not enough when my game plan is to drag the game very long until I have found both of these. So this is not good in this deck. And the bounce spell is also just a temporary, help. So I need to be able to lay defenses that I can, actually hold the board for many turns. Anyway, this is the deck. If I remember all the cards, because in the sideboarding phase I have like a bit over 2 minutes time, so I need to quickly sideboard into this deck. But I will try to remember this build and sideboard into this stuff. But let's get the actual good deck in the pool. I mean, who knows? Maybe this is a sickest seal deck ever, but it is really just. For example, if opponent has counter spells or discard and I can't use this, it's just going to be very, very tough to try to win with my cards when I can't exile the opponent's deck, basically. So it's at least it's not consistent, whereas the black-red deck is going to be consistent. That's not what I was trying to do. So let's just see, very good black-red deck. It has more playables than I have room in the deck, but I will put... it will be focused on treasures because of the double Kaline. Yeah, this is the centerpiece of the deck is that the fact that I have two of these guys, which are fantastic. I have some amount of other treasure generation. So, for example, the Hoarding Ogres, Plundering Barbarian. Of course, there have Mythic Rare Ghost here, Dragon's Fire. I just do add the cards in no particular order. In sealed deck, I do like to have the check for traps available in the main deck. I will play one Fates Reversal. This will have a very slight adventure theme, and it's also nice to return some of the cards. Well, mostly maybe the Death Priest of Miracle, which is quite good. So if it happens to die, I can maybe return it. And this goes in, this goes in. I will play the Zombie Ogre because I have a very slight adventure theme here. And Magic Missile should be in the deck. Earth Cult Elemental, Tribe Hunter, and of course the Dragon goes in. I opted not to play this because I have already two 6-mana cards and they are just, more impactful than the Eyes of the Beholder. I won't be playing that, and I will add 3 more cards. I will play 1 dungeon map and 1 Bag of Holding because they are the kind of cards that, if there is any kind of a stall situations, these generate you value in the end. So I like to play one of each, even in this kind of a deck. And then the last card I'm going to add, I think it is the Swarming Goblins. Now I will leave a bunch of these zombies, to the sideboard. This would be a zombie and this would be a zombie. If I had like 2 of these, maybe that would make me more willing to play the zombies. But mostly this thing pumps still the vampire spawn, and actually this thing is a skeleton, so it will pump. It will make this into a 4/2. So without having their own ability trigger even once, this has still some cards it can pump in the deck. And of course, when you get to trigger this, it's going to be pretty nice. And yeah, the Deadly Dispute, that was what I was supposed to have here. I don't think I want to have the Warlock class. It's a bit too clumsy here in the end. And I don't really want to cut any of these. So the kind of playable cards I could still have in the deck is the Swarming Goblins, the Sellsword, well, the Dungeon Crawler, the Warlock class, and maybe even another one of these. Sepulchre Goal, Eyes of the Beholder. I could play 1 Dueling Rapier. Yeah, there are a bunch of cards I'm gonna cut here, but this is the build I'm gonna start with, and I'm gonna sideboard into the blue-white deck, which is gonna catch some opponents off guard, of course, because this is a very different kind of deck. This is just trying to win, in the normal way, just generate some value from treasures, and there are some heavy hitters that I can use to win, and some removal. I left the big removal spell away, but left it out. But I think I'd rather have these 6 drops. And of course, I can, if I play against a deck that has like a lot of big creatures, then I know my blue-white deck isn't going to be able to block them that efficiently. So I'm going to have to keep this, and then that means I'm going to sideboard in the Eyes of the Beholder and maybe some other cards too. But this is the deck with I'm gonna start, and this is a 17 land deck, so Evolving Wilds with double, the same amount of swamps and mountains here. So let's take these ones. As you trudge through the sewers of Baldur's Gate, it dawns on you, where are all the rats? Well, where they are, not in my deck. How about the red story here? Let's use this one. As you make camp near the ancient ruin, you hear the sound of drums echoing in halls where no dwarf has lived in generations. Well, I don't think my deck has dwarves, so maybe it doesn't suit the deck perfectly. but let's take it anyway. I will make edits to the video because last time I played Sealed, the matchmaking took a long time. So I don't expect that to have changed. So you don't have to jump forward in the video. When I click the play button, I will make a cut and the play will continue when I have found an opponent. The picture is wrong here. I should maybe put the dragon here. Okay, maybe I should have Kaline because that's the centerpiece of the deck. Okay, let's do it like that. Anyway, no need for you to skip forward. Well, that was quick. It was like a 7 seconds match finding, not 90 seconds. Let's play first. Well, I'm keeping it because I can cast, well, not all the cards, but I don't need the swamp or anything in this hand. It's not great, of course, but this is definitely fine. Fine 3-drop, gives me the ogre, gives me the tribe hunter and all that. That's not a bad draw if they have something problematic. And sometimes if they, for example, if they play 1 toughness creature, I can get a 2-for-1 with this thing. Oh, I got the flame skull. Let's see if this can do some work, because it definitely can. 3 power flyer on turn 3 on the play when the opponent has nothing yet. Then islands is gonna ask some questions from them. Now I only need any land. They are already also mono basic lands in here, all islands. So if they block this, it says until the end of your next turn, so I don't even have to cast this right away. I can just cast it on the next turn. Okay, they chose to bounce it. They get the 16, so it goes to my... Okay, I kind of wanted land, but this is just too good to ignore here. Basically, that was just a kind of a time walk because I missed, and it is a good time walk for the opponent because I don't have the fourth land here. They probably will, but I mean, there was no way I'm gonna miss on this thing. It's just too good here. Okay, they have a perfect card, but I'm happy I have the magic missile here, so I'm not gonna let this guy survive. It would be nice to get the holding ogre here, but they do something to the holding ogre, they get to draw a card, and I still have to use the magic missile ASAP, so let's just do like this, 2 damage to the creature and 1 to player, and that's all fine. And now I have the... Basically, I don't even need the swamp. Even if I drew a lot of black cards, I can just play multiple turns playing the cards I have currently in my hand. Another one of those. Well, this can't block, so I'm gonna attack with it. Well, let's make the treasure token here. I'm gonna trade with this thing, or at least try to trade. It would have been more mana efficient to play the holding ogre, but I'm not gonna want to let them connect with this thing. And if they have removal on my blocker, I'd rather them remove the 2/2 than a 3/3. And they found nothing. So blue-white. Sorry, not blue-white. I don't know about their deck, but I could play the blue-white deck. I don't have more than 2 minutes time, so I want to make the sideboarding. Yeah, I mean, they didn't see a lot of my deck. I think I'm gonna sideboard into the blue-white just because it could be fun. And then if I lose the game, I might sideboard back to the deck that I just started with maybe some sideboard shenanigans there. But they definitely don't see this one coming. Or they might, suspect something when I take a bunch of time to sideboard, but whatever. Dungeon map, back of holding, and Hammer by Shard. And then one more card I was gonna... It was the Ranger's Hawk, it was, yeah. Yeah, this won't be that necessary, and then I will play Evolving Wilds. Oh, come on. Where's the... Why doesn't it show the... Don't get it. Oh, because it says basic land, so that's why it doesn't show up. Oh man. So here, that's alright. And then I will have, I think, yeah, more planes than island. Whatever, yeah, 8 and 7. Like so. Let's see how it goes. I guess the opponent plays blue, they might have counter spells. This is not so great against them, but I will try it anyway. I will sideboard into the black-red deck if I lose now. Unless it somehow is obvious that this deck is better against the opponent. I also don't know about their second color yet. Okay, this is a reasonable hand, and I have one of these already. I guess if the game goes like super long, I can still win with one Tasha's Hideous Ladder if it hits good. It is somewhere around 10 cards, a bit more than a bit less, depending on how lucky you get. Oh, I'm definitely gonna sideboard away. There. I mean, this is very early in the game. They're probably not gonna take the Hideous Ladder here, but oh, they are. So definitely I can't play this deck against the opponent. I have still a good start. I can try to, but if they have a discard spells in addition to potential counter spells, I'm absolutely going to play the black-red deck. And Vampire Spawn is gonna, yep, that's the problem with this deck. At least I drew a good one here, but yep, my paladins are not very good against 2/3s. Yeah, I'm so sad about this because if I could keep this in my hand, I will win, because this could be a board style that's happening here. I still have the other one, so if the game goes long, it might be enough to win by them exiling. Okay, no block, so they have some way to deal with this. They're not gonna let me draw a card for sure. Yeah, well, I have a counter spell now, so that's good. That is good. Do I want to gain 2 life here? I'm assuming I'm gonna counter here. Yeah, because they are not gonna let me draw a card, so I'm gonna use the 3 mana. Then I have the back of holding, so I might as well. I think that was better to do when I was tapped out. If they were gonna do that anyway. Now I just get a free card here. The funny thing about the check for traps is, by the way, is that it says exile too. Because of course the back of holding, which I had on the battlefield, would work against this card. It would have gone to the, you know, if it's just like a duress effect. Oh, why did I give them a treasure? I think I'm a bit fooled. I suppose they have only 2 cards left, but I didn't really pay attention to this, you know, having an actual ability beyond being a 1/3. So that wasn't great. And this is not great either, because now this deck doesn't have any ways to deal with that kind of stuff. I mean, a 4/4 is good enough for the opponent. So, don't think I need a 1/3 really a lot here. Don't want to lose my land, but I suppose I could. Ah yeah, okay, whatever. Maybe the life linker was better, because I'm not gonna use the 2. I don't have 6 mana here even. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was even a smart move. But now that they have the... Okay, so they're gonna make the guys have menace. Not sure I care about. They can't attack with the robber here. I can double block with the 2/2, and okay, they do that. I mean, whatever, I'll take the free kill here. I need to double block this guy. Okay, so I kind of was fearing that exiling the land is a mistake, and it was. Anyway, don't care about the graveyard, let's just gain life here. I wish I had something on this to draw another card, but oh well. So if they don't have anything, well, they can still win with the Herald. Yeah, check for traps was nasty. And they have a wizard class. Just after I played the Dawnbringer Cleric that could actually deal with this thing. Wow. This game too was just in multiple ways. I just had horrible stuff here happening. Okay, so I don't actually want to even... Well, maybe I should still... I'm not gonna play anything this turn. Just let's use this. It doesn't matter. I have to stack the... I will want to give both of these things. Oh, well, there's a Dawnbringer Cleric number 2, I suppose. How do I stack them? So this is that one. Okay, you can take the Evolving Wilds. Both of them should have something in case they remove it. Although blue-black doesn't really remove. Anyway, the other cleric is super important because this wins them the game. They just get free +1/+1 counters here. So I'm happy that's dealt with. Now I still have like a chance, especially if they don't have a blocker for the flyer. I have a lot of toughness, so I can, as long as they don't have instant speed interaction, I will have. I don't have that bad of a blocks. I will lose 2 cards to the Beholder, of course, but I think it's doable still. So first of all, I'm kind of just going for them not having instant speed interaction. So this is gonna trade with 1, and then this is gonna do like this. I think the Investigator might be better in the end. Yeah, so let's do it like this and hope they don't have anything. If they do, of course, I'm not in a great shape at all. Yeah. So they get to kill that thing with value. They drew a card. Well, they still can only kill one of these, and it's a paladin. So it's not so bad in the end. They wanted this thing to go instead, which is... I guess they want to just win with this thing. Alright, dungeon map. Ah, sure, let's play it. I mean, I have a lot of stuff to do in the late game. I just... Well, yeah, they have this activated ability, but I have 15 life. I'm not gonna die to this thing like that quickly. And if the game goes long, the remaining Hideous Lather can be enough to win. Oh, they draw cards, which is of course not great. At least they don't get to scry. But in terms of winning with them exiling their deck, or a lot of these remaining cards, can be a game plan, but they just drew 2 more cards, so that is not great. Okay, they chose that, so I should consider... I'm gonna play the Planar Ally no matter what. Yeah, but let's just do this. I mean, I'm gonna exile the one I draw. Doesn't matter which gets them back. I can at some point sacrifice the other one just to get the lands back. It's actually not such a bad idea. But let's see, this can actually be good. But opponent has 3 cards. I guess they chose maybe to use this, or they have a counterspell. They did not have a counterspell, so I'm assuming they just hopefully activate this and, you know, make blues 2 life. Just don't roll 20. 11 makes it a drain. That is really good, of course, with a drain. Drain option, but I do have now some... Okay, hopefully they don't roll a 20 for this thing either. Shocking Grasp, well that can be okay. I'm gonna go for the Mad Mage here, right? Gain some life. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the long game. And then I can play the dungeon map, then I couldn't. No, I'll just venture here. I will be kind of... I have no ability to play anything here now because I will draw the land. Okay, another high roll, so they get to drain. So I'm not winning with the Planar Ally if they get to gain 2 life with this thing all the time. Now this will always... No, at 1 to 9... Yeah, maybe I should have considered the Shocking Grasp. Now that I'm playing this and having the Shocking Grasp up wouldn't be bad. Because if they roll a 1 to 9 here... Okay, they don't even attack. Well, that's different then. That's actually very good. Let's go for the attack, if I can. So it's gonna be treasure token for sure. Then I get to scry 2. With the treasure token, should I play the... Yeah, this is gonna be add for mana. I mean, other option is just to use the map and have the shocking grasp up. But no, they didn't attack previous turn, maybe they don't attack now either. Let's just scry 2 now. I think I will draw 1 land here. I do want to draw my Hideous Ladder number 2. High roll again. No, this time both. No, it's not. It's not both. It's each opponent. They don't gain life, of course. But anyway, point is that the planar ally victory could happen. Oh, this is so bad. Oh man, 7/7. I thought that was in a good shape, but nope, they have a 7/7. Well, that's pretty... I mean, I can jump block it a few times, but now they, of course... Well, I mean, I can block... Okay, let's see if they roll a high one. Yeah, they did. So the shocking grasp wouldn't do much here. It wouldn't do much at all. So I'm gonna just do it like this. Okay, no, this is needed for the soul knife spy. So I'm gonna trade one of these guys. Okay, so I will get to exile 2 cards. I think I need to skeleton tokens instead because I need jump blockers. So I'm gonna take the skeleton tokens for sure. Yeah, I still have a chance here. Opponent has 17 cards. It really depends on how good is the exile with the... If I ever find my second Hideous Ladder here. A lot depends on that. I also lose 2 life each turn, so... Anyway, let's venture. Guess we double. Like this. I can actually go to the... I can actually scry and use the other venture here to get the 3 cards and cast 1 for free. Oh. This is... I'm gonna do... Okay, I'm gonna not use the other venture here, because Hamapashar on the battlefield, when I get the final Mad Mates, is gonna be so good. Yeah, I'm gonna also... So I'm gonna do it like this. Don't necessarily need the planes here. Yeah, I'm gonna actually not use the second. I could... No, I'm not doing anything right now. I don't have 6 mana for this thing, but I mean, I'm gonna go to 8 life now. But next turn... Okay, at least if they use this thing, it's gonna cost so much mana that I don't think they can activate Herald of Hadar. And now that I have the 1/1s, they probably... Oh, they have both of these. Nice. That is nice. That is just pure value. These are lands, and now they have significant spells. Let's see if they want to make... They want... This doesn't have trample. It has ward, right? Yeah. So if it doesn't trample, I mean a blue... Yeah, it's not a trampling. So it's no big deal blocking that. Okay. So what I can do now here is, can I get some value? Kinda. With the shocking grasp, I mean. So I'm passing to blockers, I suppose, and then I need to kill this. Don't want them to draw cards. So I can do it like this. Like this. Oh, then I can't... Oh, that's actually... Now, how do I do it? How do I do it? Well, I'm definitely needing to do this. That's just, going to happen. Yeah, well, they have 5 toughness and I have 4 power, so it's literally not gonna happen unless I don't block this, which I can't do. So I guess I'll just in that case do it like this and this, I suppose. Sadly, there's no other way to do it. This would be one still. I guess I could draw the card just because I will have a lot of my mana. Well, no, maybe I can get some value out because now I didn't have to take any damage. I guess I could use the back of holding, but no, let's just keep the Shocking Grasp. The point is what I'm doing here is this. Don't have a counterspell, please, opponent. Oh, they have something. Oh man, it's a counterspell. No, it wasn't. So, I could use the dungeon map here instead. But no, let's use this Planner Ally if I'm giving the chance. They have something. Oh, they have the mana, they have the activation. Tap target creature. Well, that is fine. I mean, I have the... That's not really a big deal. I have this. Alright, let's go for it. I have a chance. So this will trigger twice. Oh yeah. And both of them allow me to cast one of the cards. If there's a Celestial Unicorn. Yep. And then there is... There's a Flump and a Hideous Laughter. Well, let's just cast the Hideous Laughter. Let's see how... these are all revealed, so they know about it. So there's no point kind of, you know, giving it as a surprise. They have 4 cards left in their deck. And they lost Fly, Rogue Class, lands. Yep, okay, so that was how many? 12 cards exiled. Or did some of these? No, I don't think anyone. Yeah, so that was 12. And I have a Flump now. Haha, okay, fantastic. So I will play Flump now. And then I will have 1 mana up, which could be that you are ambushed on the road, or Ranger's Hawk. I don't need Hawk here. So Flump. And that is going to make it so that the Herald of Hadar isn't going to be winning quickly enough here. All I need to do here is to block. Unless they can make a... If they draw something that makes them their guy unblockable. They can of course double activate this thing. Oh, they had the mana for it, didn't they? But I guess I could gain some life. Let's see. 10, that's 13. So they could activate this twice and I will be at 4. But then the thing is that I can gain double life from a new dungeon. But they were still... Actually, I think they were... Unless I drew more life gain, which I think I might have still had in the deck. Because this is... I'm gonna lose 2 lives a turn. So twice, so 4. They activate it twice, I'm at 4. Then I go to a new dungeon and it will trigger twice. But it's gonna be the mad... You know, the... Not... Yeah, the mad mage. I gained life here twice. But I'm at 6. And then on the next turn, but they still had... I think the opponent was still in the game, unless I found more ways to gain life. Well, anyway, they conceded, which is good for me. And let's go to the next match then. Okay, why am I even cutting these videos? Because this was the immediate match found. So I cut the recording and started it right away. This hand, it has the vampires with the thing that boosts vampires, but it does. I think I'm gonna keep it still. Any land allows me to cast so much of my stuff. I'm gonna find a land here, right? Good. Now they have a 1/1 flyer, but that alone is not gonna raise me. Let's see if they also have a 2. Oh. Forget what I just said. They are gonna raise me with that thing. It is a 3/1 first striker. Sorry, Death Toucher. Well, that's a very good start. I have some life gain with the vampire spawns at least. And my deck has removal, so it's not the game over. Also, I have ways to remove this, the thing that, you know, I have the 3 mana 2/2 that can kill it. But yeah, not optimal. Not optimal at all, especially if they have more colors. Yeah, this is really this Wobble Sword it's a crazy good bomb rare. I mean, you get a +2/+0 and death touch on a creature. That is just insane. Okay, I have the Flaming Skull which can't block. So here it's just gonna be the Holding Ogre. I can attack with it next turn. Get a treasure. Yeah, they start with the Raven. And what the Okay. So well, this becomes a 3/4 with the thing there, but I think I'll still leave the one that can make treasure. But now I need a kill spell on this thing. I don't think I even have. So, well, at least the Manticore. Yeah, the Manticore is actually fantastic here. So yeah, they are gonna. If they take it, I don't mind. I get 2 treasures here. If they block, I can use the. Yeah, the Manticore also blocks the Raven. So that was a pretty insane draw there. But I think I needed the help here. I definitely did. Now I can play the dungeon map, sacrifice both treasures, and have the Manticore up. I think it's worth it. I don't need the treasures as much as I need the, you know, the permanent mana here. So let's do it. And now I can get rid of the Raven here. And I can have some... Well, let's see how it goes. It's not the end of the world yet, but if they remove the Manticore or make this thing survive the combat, I can't raise them. Okay, so this will be a 3/3 Death Toucher. This Wobble Sword. Okay, well, yeah, I am not in a good shape here. In fact, I don't even have a blocker for this one, which is gonna be a 3/3. Yeah, a Wobble Sword just won them the game. Unless I draw the only thing is that if I draw my destroy target artifact thing, that is gonna be so huge. Because I think I will be in a lot better shape in that case. I will go to 9, I can take that damage. That will help a bit. So I can play the Vampire Spawn and then use the Dragon's Fire on whichever they have equipped. Okay, that is a good draw. I think I need all the good luck because the opponent had a very good turn too. They had to drop for my flyer and they still were able to play a thing in here. So they let this happen. I think the flyer is more important to get rid of. They have other play here available. That's what it means. Another Ogre, so +2/+0. I guess I can just play this thing and then this will be a 3/4. It's just that. Then they will add, you know, they will do the cast thing. I guess I just need to kind of grind through all of that. There's not really much else to do here, right? I need to grind through all the creatures, hope they draw a few lands in a row, and that's it. If I do this, they will equip this. I guess the Holding Ogre can block the hand. So yeah, this is fine. The cast will be... I mean, I have to just block it with the Vampire Spawn, I think. Let's see what they do. Of course, this is a 2 black mana equipment. So if they have other, you know, non-lands in there, they might not want to use 2 black mana to equip. Don't have removal, please. Well, at least that doesn't allow them to... there's no attack for them. Well, there is one attack. Oh, I could let them have a treasure token. Eat this for free. Yeah. They get 2 treasure tokens, but they have only 1 card. Now the point is that they are gonna make them able to win the game with the Warpulse Sword, of course. But what can I do? Now I need to play this thing so that I can block this when it's a 3/4 attacker. Sorry, this is a 3/4 blocker, but this will be a 3/3. I need to be able to kill it. Now if they have... So this is when it deals player... Okay, 8 mana activation, but let's see what they do now. I think I'm gonna play the Fate's Reversal at... What dungeon am I gonna go into? Mad Mage, Fandelbro. It's not gonna be the... It's not gonna be the... You know, it's not gonna be the 3rd one. Tomb of Annihilation, it's not. Okay, that is there, and they are able to equip... Oh, that's bad. So am I gonna take 4 here or lose both of these guys? Oh, they didn't equip. Now that is great, because they could have equipped, and then I would have had to either take 4, give them another treasure, or lose both of these guys, because Death Touch, of course, kills all the blockers. Well, as many blockers as the creature has power. So yeah, that is fine for me. Well, it's not great, but I mean it is acceptable. Well, I have a nice little synergy going on in here. So this is I'm gonna use this. It's gonna get both the card and the +1/+1 counter. I have to double block the Paladin, not much to do about that. Fate's Reversal. Gain 1 life, then Scry. Scry into token, into counter, into draw a card. I think... With the cards in here, I think it should be the one that generates treasure, right? I think, I'm not sure. And I think it's gonna be a Scry now. Well, it is a big creature. I can keep it. I don't think there's much anything better in here. But yeah, now of course I do have to double block the Paladin. I hope they didn't draw instant speed interaction, because they have now the Warpulse Sword activation up. It is going to... Oh. Wow. So they drew instant speed interaction here. What is this? Wow. I'm not happy about this, because I mean if they didn't draw instant speed interaction, I'm in a very good shape. I can just eat one and double block the other. They will be left with no creatures. I have no idea what can it be. It's just impossible to know. I mean, I feel like it's this. So let's see what they do. I guess the Death Priest is pretty, not so necessary here, but... Okay, they just let that happen and do the... Okay, both of them... I mean, the big guy died. That is best I could hope for, right? Wow, did their opponent just mess up there? I have no clue, but I'm just gonna attack and see what happens. I don't know what happened there. Okay, you know what they can have? The flash. Are they gonna splash? Because the blue is very weird here. Look, I've seen. I guess that was only one white card. But if they have the flash 2-1 here, well, they just win with that thing, right? Unless no, I don't have mana to. No, it's just not gonna happen. Okay, if they have the flash creature, I'm gonna lose, and that's it. Okay, venture into dungeon. They get a freaking. Do they have mana to equip and... No, they don't have mana to equip and activate. That would take 10 mana. They don't have that much. Okay. Well, that could have been a lot worse. But now I will only take 3 damage, which I can take. Yeah. Okay. And the next one is a counter or a drain. Fine. Okay, they just still drew a... That's not really... I mean, I have drawn 4 lands in the entire game. Did I scry something to the bottom? Don't think I did. Alright, I haven't even had time to deploy the Flame Skull. But I'm not dead yet, and they have the Warple Sword. Now, this will be a 3-3 if they so choose. But I can attack with the Vampire Spawn, because I can try to raise them. That's really something I can do. This will also get pumped by this thing, though. All my creatures will eventually just trade with their stuff. That is just what's gonna happen here. Fine. I will try to raise them. I think that is kind of the thing I have to do. It could be too risky or something, I don't know, but it really seems like... Because now, of course, when they move the equipment to the Hoard Robber, well, I can take 3, but I think I'll just trade with the Hoarding Ogre here. Let's hope they now didn't draw anything instant speed interaction at least. They can equip the Hoard Robber, attack with it, and then equip back the 1-1. That will eat one of the treasures. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh, why? Why did this happen? Why are they attacking with the Hoard Robber? I'm just gonna eat it. What's going on? Yeah. So, I'm gonna lose next turn, because they will post-combat move the Warple Sword to this thing, and then they can, with the treasures they have, make it unblockable. Sorry, not unblockable, but make me lose the game. So what I need to find here is specifically a Manticore, which I have already in here. So I have the thing that destroys an artifact. That's the only way to win here. They had to get this thing. If I take this, a removal spell on this thing will be enough. A magic missile, I guess it's gonna be good enough on this thing. So am I supposed to take the 3 here? Just to force them to... What removal I have here left? I don't think... Oh man, why did they have to draw... I guess any flyer would do. It didn't have to be a mythic rare flyer. Any flyer would have been good here. Yeah, okay, let's assume this was like any flyer. So that's a lot more fair in that case. So I'm just thinking about if I should add block with the Death Priest here. It makes this a 2-3. But if I get the artifact kill, I don't wanna lose to this thing. Yeah, I think I will do this. Yeah, because if I draw the artifact kill, I don't wanna be at 3 when they can just kill me with that thing. By the way, this isn't, you know, enough to kill by, you know, just being 6 power flyer here. This thing can't block, if you were wondering why I'm not playing this thing. So this is gonna find me the removal spell, or then I will lose. Well, Warple Sword, that was definitely the winning card in there. Very, very annoying to lose the 1 card, but Not much to do there. I have the one thing that can kill an artifact. It's this thing. I don't have anything in my sideboard. If I sideboard into the white-blue deck, Vorpal Sword is going to be a huge problem in there too. I have no way to beat it. I don't know what am I supposed to do here. Keep the same deck. Check for traps at least. Yeah, I have two. Yeah, this is good also against the Mythic Red Dragon. Yeah, I think I will use the same deck, but am I going to sideboard into something like do I need a dueling rapier to make my guys able to attack through their big stuff? Because they have some big stuff. The Herald. Well, I didn't see. Oh, then there's this. I don't know what the. I mean, why is this three colors? Why are they playing blue? That's maybe they have like a blue rare, because these definitely are not cards worth splashing for. It's a white black deck. They have good white and good black cards. I don't know about the blue. Do I need a Warlock class to kind of make it so that I will find easier my answers to their bombs? I think I might, but what is the card I'm not playing? Like a Hexblade. Zombie Augur. I can cut that. Let's play the Warlock class. Let's test it, and Eyes of the Beholder. Maybe too expensive in the end. Let's just have it like this. Okay, this definitely is a good hand, and I'm gonna keep the Barbarian just in case. Unless there's like a turn when I have nothing else to do. But that turn won't come that early because I have stuff to do here. I'm gonna get a 3/3 with this thing that draws me a card. Then I can play the Vampire Spawn at some point. That is good too. I think I should actually play this now, because that can make me more treasures. It's a 4/4 now. Hopefully they don't have a 3 mana way to kill it. There are not a lot in the format, but there is the uncommon black removal that destroys non-dragon, demon and whatever angel. But this start, of course, turn 2 Kaline into turn 3 holding Ogre, while the opponent can't kill the Kaline, is pretty amazing. So they can actually start making their own treasures, but I have a lot better. I'm guaranteed to get at least one treasure. I might get more if I'm a bit more lucky here. I can kill the Thieves' Tools too if I really want to. I might. Oh, I got three treasures. That is something. Okay, let's see. First of all, I'm gonna use one mountain, and here let's take the black mana to get the Hexblade and an additional card. Flame Skull. So this cares about if I, for each mana, oh, they actually get multiple +1/+1 counters. Well, that I did not even realize. Wow. I still want to be a bit conservative. Do I want to kill this? Because it feels like it might be. If they have like a Vorpal Sword, that's not gonna be good enough. I have 2 aggressive starts in here. So I have 5 mana here. I think I'll just play the Spawn. Sorry, the Plundering Barbarian here. I will make it 1. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play the Warlock class. Yeah. So this is gonna happen. I wanna get rid of the Thieves' Tools. Now, I know I could have made a treasure token and then play a 4/5 Spawn. That wouldn't have been a bad one, but I don't want them to give them any more mana than they have. Now, this is already a lot of questions I'm asking them, and I have the Flame Skull here still. Yeah, this Kaline is just very good uncommon. Okay, I can still attack with the Ogre at least, but that is a good one, of course. And I can do this right away, but I might just play the Flame Skull and the Vampire Spawn here. Let's see how many treasures I get. If I get 2, that's gonna be pretty decent. And that's 2. Yeah, that's pretty much what they have to do here. Now I will play the Vampire Spawn and it will be... So let's see how much mana I have in total here. Total it's 8. So I can do it all if I want to. Sure. Oh, let's take a land. So if I use all the... that's one thing though. Well, I don't need the Warlock class happening, right? I mean, this is just gonna be fine. I'm gonna have a 4/5 spawn and a 4/2 flame skull, I think. Now this should be enough to win here. I don't think the level 7 is gonna matter, because they are at so low life total anyway. I mean, even if they get to stabilize somehow. They have good cards, and I understand why they are playing white. They have 2 great white cards. They have black removal and good stuff, but I don't know why they have 3 islands here. So whatever blue they have in their deck, it requires at least 3 islands. And then they have the Warpal Sword. I mean, I haven't seen any more than 2 blue cards, but still, maybe they drew all the islands now. It's possible. Anyway, this should be now win here. I'm just gonna magic missile this thing away. And then I will attack with everyone. Yeah, so do I have time for the back of holding? Oh, this is also getting me the answers for the... If they have the annoying sword, it's so... How about the dueling rapier? They have a 4/4, they have a 3/3, they have 1/3. I think I'm actually slightly interested in having the dueling rapier instead, and maybe the back of holding on the draw is not that great. I think the dungeon map is still pretty good. It helps me cast the 5 and 6 mana spells maybe a bit earlier. So back of holding on the draw seems like something I don't need. How about the Warlock class? I will still have it in to dig deeper to find something like a plundering barbarian if I need it. And I think there's not really much anything else I want to have here. Unless I want to have the price of loyalty, sepulchre goal combination for the, you know, the dragon they have. Then I get the equipment that its death trigger does. I mean, if I do that, what would I cut here? Fate's reversal. Am I gonna do it? That's pretty crazy, but I guess I could. So sepulchre goal, price of loyalty. I mean, this is gonna be horrible, but I will cut the Fate's reversal, and then something else. All my cards are so good though. I have, what, 3 ways to sacrifice something? I guess the Warlock class in that case maybe should go. I don't want to lose my actual good cards in here. Dungeon map, I guess it could go too. Okay, fine. Dungeon map. I can play my 6 drops with the treasures I have. So I will do this now, because they have the mythic dragon. So I have an out to steal it with the price of loyalty. Sacrifice it then, and then get the equipment. I don't think I can equip it that easily, because does that require white mana to equip? Doesn't matter. I have treasures, I can make white mana with that. And it might be, just colorless. Okay. Well, I have a price of loyalty, no, and well, I have a tiger tribe hunter. If I ever go to 5 mana, that can happen. I also have the, this thing here. The Kaline, one of the 2. And I drew a land immediately, and I have the Dragon's Fire. So this is pretty good start. More of these. I'm not gonna use the treasure on the Flame Skull, it's definitely gonna be saved for later. Okay, though no white here so far. Horde Robber though. I can't just block that thing. Yeah, let's play the Flame Skull. Just with the normal mana here. Doesn't really matter if it's a 3 or 4 power here now. Now if they killed Kaline or bounce it, they can get a free treasure token. Not much I can do about it. I will absolutely block if they just attack and allow me to block. Okay, just main phase draw. With the scry. Okay. Now let's... Did they keep both of them top? I actually missed it, but it seemed like it might have been the case. So, okay, the Hoarding Ogre. I was considering this, but I was also considering the fact they might have the plus, the destroy target creature, create a treasure token. That is a very possible thing they might have, which means that I'm gonna play the Hoarding Ogre and I'm not even sacrificing the 1 treasure here I have. This can't block, so it will obviously attack. And I will use this opportunity to cast the Hoarding Ogre. Hopefully it survives, but if they have a 4 mana removal on it, I can still block the Horde Robber with the 1/2 I have. And of course, if this gets to attack, it's pretty fantastic. They don't have any planes here, so now this is a 3-color deck. Of course, it has some treasure generation with the Horde Robber, but I mean, that's the price you have to pay when you play 3 colors. I know they have at least a double white card in their deck, which is the Dragon. So they are nowhere near casting it. But they will get the 1 treasure if they have the Destroy spell. Okay, that will gain them a treasure too. Also can kill the Flame Skull. Okay, that is giving them a scry, but it's not really very high impact stuff here. And I can use Magic Missile to great value now. Okay. How do I do this? They can use the Sampling Ghast to kill the Flame Skull, but then I have until my end of my next turn to cast it, right? Because it's very tempting just to go for it. I mean, I'm gonna go for it. They might want to have the treasure anyway. It's easily possible. But no. So that gets exiled and something from the top of my deck. So I could play the Swamp and never play the Flame Skull again. But I don't have to make any decisions right now. First of all, I will see how many treasures I'm gonna get. 1 or 2, or maybe even 3. 1 treasure. I kinda don't want to play the Swamp, of course, because it's really just a land. And I don't even have any black cards in here, and my treasures can obviously produce black. So I'm gonna play this thing and a Flame Skull. They might have a counter spell on this, of course. But then they use a counter spell on that, and I can still block the Horde Robber. Yeah, they have it. No more Flame Skull. Let's see if they get to connect with the Horde Robber now. Now I do have my Tiger Tribe Hunter Price of Loyalty combination in the hand, so as long as I get to attack with this, it's gonna potentially be pretty strong. Okay, just a Zombie Ogre, which is kinda good because it does allow... I mean, it does block here, but... and I can't attack. But it doesn't matter now, just do this thing. And should I make it a... I don't like to make it a 5-5 because... if they kill it, I lose my treasure. I'm actually going to keep the treasure here still. And now I do have the Deadly Dispute Price of Loyalty combination. So let's say they kill this thing. No, I could just attack. You know, I'm still thinking about doing this. And next turn I will have better information about stuff. But yeah, this is a pretty good combination. I can attack with this. I can even wait until end step when I sacrificed it with the dispute, because something might die and I might get the adventure, but I will play this thing for now and see what they're gonna do. Yeah, I think this black-red deck is pretty good too, but I do like the... I mean, against some decks that have mostly small creatures, I think the mill deck will be okay. Now this is perfect. Oh yeah, this is yeah, this is insane. Oh, why would they attack with that? I can just kill it. Don't don't attack now when you first tap out. All right, so how do I do it? First of all, I'm going to take the zombie. I think the easiest way is just to take the zombie ogre, make it use a treasure to make it a 5/5, then kill the Herald of Hadar with this ability. Then I will leave the Deadly Dispute for later use. I mean, that's almost a game over, right? It has to be. Is it the game over, by the way? If I also kill this thing. No, it's not quite. It's not quite. But yeah, let's do this. It will be 5/5. And then I will attack with these. When it attacks, I can sacrifice. And yeah, I will. The pack tactics will trigger here, of course. Yeah. Get some treasures. One treasure, good enough. Sacrifice this. Kill the Herald. They take 7 or jump block. And I can play a 4/4 Hoarding Ogre number 2 here. Yeah, Kaline, insanely good. Especially with the synergy you can have. But yeah, this sideboard plan of Price of Loyalty did really pan out very well here. I'm not sure if I should have that in the main deck, because I have Tiger Tribe Hunter, Deadly Dispute, and then the Sepulchre Goal to sacrifice the stuff. Do I have something else? Okay, Shambling Ghast is gonna... they get a treasure or a 1/1 token, whichever they choose. 1/1 token, so they don't need to fight that hard, that badly, or they just need jump blocker. They have only 6 life and I have a big amount of creatures here. Okay, Plundering Barbarian. I can kill something with Dragon's Fire. Is this just gonna be a lethal attack? The Hunter has Trample. This will gain me a bunch of... It seems like a waste to kill the Horde Robber here, but I think it is the way I'm gonna go here anyway. They basically have to block 2 of these, unless this double blue has something for them. Okay, let's go for it. They didn't seem to have anything. Let's go. And I could say, oh, I could have played this pre-combat, kill the token. Oh man, I forgot that. I can still do it with the Kaline though, but let's first see. Yeah, first see the treasures, then I will decide on the hunter here. One treasure from there, and one from there, and killing the 1/1, that should be lethal. Okay, fine. It's kind of sad to lose this guy, but if they don't have anything, this is just a win. Yeah. But I should have played the Plundering Barbarian, pre-combat, because the thing you sacrifice here is actually it doesn't have to be the attacking creature. Yeah, any another creature. Okay, that is a 2-0 result right now, isn't it? It is. Now I'll make a small cut and let's see in round 3 very soon. Okay, so now it took like 2 minutes and 30 seconds to find the opponent this time. I'm on the play, and yep, I have my mythic rare here as a nice 3-drop, and I can even maybe loot a bit on turn 2. Yeah, definitely gonna loot away a mountain here. They have a Horde Dropper on turn 2. That is slightly annoying. I guess this swamp is better to lose as if I have 3 of both. Yeah, I don't really want to give them free treasures. I'm gonna have a blocker here instead of the aggressive flyer. That has reach, but this has 3 power here. I have here... Well, I guess I could play the dungeon map and still have a bag of holding up. I'm just not sure if it's worth it. It's not. Let's play the actual creature capable of doing some attacks. Plus, I don't want to lose a land here. I want to have the 5th land here anyway. I have a couple of 6 mana spells in the deck as well. Okay, that can... okay, they have all the mana they need. Well, this is unable to block. So, yeah, that is very scary now. They're gonna... Okay, what they have? They just trade here. Wow. Well, I don't need the mountain here. So, I don't need the Flame Skull either here. I could play the dungeon map into Flame Skull. But... I might want to kill this guy. Let's play this. Now this taps for 2 now when they trade it. I'm not sure why they traded there, because I can play the Flame Skull on my next turn. If I so choose. I can even sacrifice it on the Tiger Tribe Hunter, which is, by the way, a pretty nice combination. Another one of those. And then they have 6th mana still left here. Okay. So, that's good too. So plan is pretty easily Flame Skull. I can make it a 4-power creature. And then they can't even... And I can kill the Hadar thing here. Because I can do this. Then play the Flame Skull. I will have 1 mana left over. And then sacrifice the Flame Skull to kill the Herald. And then cast this on the next turn again. And they take 4 here too. It's too good to pass up. So let's play this. Because this will deal damage equal to its... Oh, by the way, I can't actually... Oh, one thing. This needs pack tactics. Now, yep, that is something you should pay attention to. It needs pack tactics to trigger. And it won't trigger if I attack with the vampire's pawn too. Unless I do both. So, yeah. That was not so great. I mean, it was still fine because I can... Yeah, I'll just do this anyway. But yeah, it wasn't really... Because yeah, if this attacks, I need 6 power total here. Which I don't have unless I sacrifice this. Because they can double block the vampire spawn. Now, it might still be worth it. To be honest. It might still be worth it. Basically what I'm doing here is trading the... Is it though? I'm not sure. If I lose this when they double block, this dies. I can play the Flame Skull next time. I will have this as a blocker. I can block the robber so that they don't get more mana, although they have all the mana they need, I guess. This is a pack tactics trigger. I have only... I mean, I'm not sure if I want to do it. I'm not gonna do it. It's really tough, actually. But I'm not in any kind of rush here. Yeah, I can just attack with the 4-2. Well, this does still do creature, not planeswalker. They get to venture into a dungeon, and then they have, what, 4 mana still left, plus the swamp. So they have 4 green and 1 black mana left. Alright, so this is... Now I can trigger the pack tactics, but... I think the Outlander is more important to kill right now. Now I have the Fate's Reversal here. I could loot, but I don't think I'm gonna loot right now. Now this is tough with the Elwick. They went for the Mad Mage, okay. They have the Flame Skull blocker for the Flame Skull there. They kind of want to just kill the Herald in the end. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, I mean, this is gonna happen. Attack here, but I will be... killing the Herald here. If they have a trick here. Yeah, that's... Oh, man. Okay. Well, this thing has trample, so it will deal some amount of harm to the Elwick, but... Elwick can run away with the game here. Now I do have the Fate Reversal for the Tribe Hunter here. Are they unwilling to use the... Oh, they're unwilling. They just... Well, I mean, this survives, so it's not so bad, actually. I can just recast the Flame Skull. I don't need the... Well, I don't have target for this thing. So this is pretty easy turn now, actually. I will play the land steal, even though I could loot it away. I have a dungeon map. And the Flame Skull. Okay, this is a very good combination in the end. I'm slightly surprised they went for the... They didn't went for the kill on the Tiger Tribe Hunter. They could have used the Herald here to kill it. Get this cry on top. Okay. Sampling Ghast. Fine. Okay, they have a... They have now the empty hand. No more instant speed trickery here. If I can find something that kills the Outlander, I can just... Let's see, I don't do any of venturing yet. I think it's time to back up holding a bit. Kill spell on the Outlander would be all I need here. It's the only thing that can block the Flame Skull. But now they have the Herald of Hadar activations up because this thing taps for 6. And they have the black mana available. So, I might want to kill the Circle of Dream Druid as well. They can make the Direwolf Prowler into 4/4. It will trade with the Tribe Hunter, so this will be my last attack. Well, I can have it back with the Fate Reversal though. That is something. So who am I gonna kill? If I kill that, I could play the Flame Skull and return this with Fate Reversal this turn. That is something I can do. Yeah, I want to get rid of the Intrepid Outlander. That is the thing I need to do. Although, I don't have to sacrifice anything for that to be the case. I can just sacrifice the Vampire Spawn to get rid of the Druid. Because they either trade block the Skull or the, I can say, yeah, there's no point sacrificing the Skull to kill this. I'd rather sacrifice the Vampire Spawn to kill the Druid thing here. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. So... let's attack to the Elwick here. And if they don't block the Skull, they lose Elwick. And I think that's good enough. If they want to pump the Direwolf Prowler, they actually don't have mana for the Hadar, so actually, at least there is that. I don't think the Hadar is really important now, because both of us have so many lives, so they just missed the opportunity there, I think. So the Prowler will now trade with the Tribe Hunter, and Elwick will either die, or they will lose the Outlander. Yep, and then I can play the Flame Skull again. Or the Earth Cult Elemental, which actually isn't that bad, but Flame Skull is just better. So I'm doing it like this. Return this Hunter here. And should I scry? I should scry. No need for a swamp. Then I play the Flame Skull. And should I play the land? No, I have the Looter here. Now, unless the opponent finds a way to deal with the Skull, they will lose the Elwick. It only goes to 3 loyalty. They get to make a treasure or... oh, actually, Twisted Cavern. Oh, come on. They had the Twisted Caverns there too. But this is... target creature or planeswalker. Okay, unless I draw the dragon that allows this thing to deal 4, Herald of Hadar is gonna die now.
I just love a good quest.
They make a treasure now. Yeah, but they could have used their Twisted Cavern on the Flame Skull, but that was a good draw, of course. But I think it's time for this thing to die. Now, if I block this guy, it's gonna kill it. So let's just do this, take 5, and... oh, the dragons for... oh, if I... wow. Is it time to actually lose the dragons, the Flame Skull? Because I could kill the Herald now. How bad is... if they get to scry too, it is valuable. Yes, it is. But if I play the... I don't have mana for both though. That's actually... I kind of missed the fact that if I play this, I don't have the Flame Skull available. I have actually... no, I have 8 mana here. I do have 8 mana here. So maybe... I kill this guy here. Play the land. Yeah, this adds for 1 mana. So it is enough to kill the Herald here. And then they will get to scry too. But then my dragon is gonna kill, hopefully. Okay, yeah, let's do it like this. Reveal a dragon card. This thing dies. Like so. Play a land, play the dragon, and then I could attack for 1 here. If they do find a removal, which is annoying. And this is gonna die. Oh, I can't. Wait a minute. Did I lose time? Ouch, there. I think I might have lost because I wasn't given an option to attack. Oh, well, anyway, the point is that might as well leave this as a blocker if they find a removal on this thing. Oh, they can use -2 there. Kind of forgot that, yeah. I did forget that little important thing there. Well... yeah, it has other abilities than to venture into dungeon. I'm not sure if I... well, whatever, it is not. This is the situation. They might want to, you know, jump block here, which is, I mean, completely fine. I don't care about if they jump block here. Then I have the Tribe Hunter here. And I almost get to start. I might use the Bag of Holding, but let's, of course, consider it. Let's see first what they are going to do. I'm actually in a good shape now. I really am. But yeah, I should not run out of my time here. They get to Scry now. Scry 2. But that's not going to help them dealing with this board unless they drew a card that can draw more. Okay, 2 to bottom. They might have been lands, they have only 5 here, so... let's see now if they have a... find the path is gonna give them... exile top 2, play them or get 2... okay, let's see which they choose. They have the blade right away. So let's see what they exile. Land and land. Okay, they get to play a land and that's it. And now I could use the Bag of Holding. I mean, whatever I discard will be in there. Okay, check for traps. That is unnecessary. But I will be able to get it back if I want to. So should I can do this, and yeah, I can do this. All this stuff. So no reason to kill any of that stuff. They can make some kind of a quadruple block there, I guess. If they block with everything, I kill the... I don't have to attack with the Hunter here. I will attack with this for sure. I'm just thinking about if I want to start... oh, fine. I guess I could lose the Kaline here actually. Kill the Dungeon Crawler here. Then play the Fangblade or something like that. That actually is the, you know, the way I should go here. Just try to win them quickly. Okay, that has Trample. That doesn't really do a lot. Unless they want to like have a, I don't know, treasure token for some reason.
Ending songs is always the hardest.
So I could venture or I can just play this thing. I'd rather play the 2/2 Death Toucher. And I still have the Dispute up in here. Okay, well that was a good draw. I have a 4/4 flyer though and a Death Toucher, so actually it's not really that amazing for them. I have 14 cards, so I should still do this. Hexblade goes away. Sorry, Swamp goes away, I don't need that. At some point I might want to draw all this stuff. So I can attack. Yeah, I will definitely attack for 6 here. I don't care. I can take the 8 damage once, and I get to venture even here too if they take it. They can, you know, jump with the hold robber, but that's fine too. Okay, game 1. So the opponent is playing big creatures, you know, green-black. I don't think my blue-white deck is that great against that opponent. I don't really think. Okay, so let's venture here. Get a token, I can use it to... I guess I could have taken... a treasure token and draw a card, but I don't need to draw a card. I'll just play the 2/2 here. I don't have the Deadly Dispute now up, but I do want to just add more stuff to the board. Yep. So the blue-white deck does a very little amount of stuff to big creatures. I need to also be able to attack the Elwick, which will be a bit tough with the blue-white deck, which has very low amount of attackers. Now they have a double Intrepid Outlander. That is great. They have a Bull's Strength here. This thing. Spoils. Not a lot of removal actually. The spoils is 1. So these are the cards I could consider here running. I'm thinking about the price of loyalty again. So the ways to sacrifice stuff is Deadly Dispute. And then there is, I don't think there's anything else than well, there's the Tiger Tribe Hunter, and then if I would put the price of loyalty in the deck, I would also put the Sepulchre Gold. So 3 ways to sacrifice things. And I think the Fate's Reversal would go. I guess I could lose the Bag of Holding to. It's not really necessary. Maybe against that deck I'm gonna do it. Sepulchre Gold, Price of Loyalty, Fate's Reversal, Bag of Holding go away. And I could consider the Dueling Rapier, which isn't bad against the multiple 2/3s I saw. I have my own 2/3, so I'm gonna play 1 Rapier perhaps. And I think I wanna have this check for traps. I would have to cut. What is it? Dungeon map? Okay, dungeon map. Maybe the Zombie Ogre. Well, it's too late now. I was losing all my time there. So I will leave the 3/5 Ogre now. Zombie Ogre. It's not that bad. Okay, double Kaline with the stuff to follow it up with. Now, of course, I do hope that they have removal for the first Kaline here. Okay, that is definitely a fantastic one. But I'm super happy to draw the land there. Now I'm gonna use the Rapier here. If they attack, no, I'm not gonna. But on the other hand, I could, because I will get rid of this, and then I have another Kaline here. Moving this around is just so awkward. No blocks. It's just, I mean, I want to have it as a cheap trick. And now I think I will go for the Vampire Spawn with the treasure. And now I will have the Rapier here available. They might know now about it because I was thinking about the block, and now I have left red mana open here. Okay, cast. Herbalist, very defensive cards. I'm happy about having the Rapier in the deck. So, am I willing to just trade with the Outlander? I think I am. With the Rapier I can kill more. Okay, well, let's see what happens when I attack. Just take the, I mean, that's also very understandable that they can do exactly that, and now there's not a lot for me to do, so I'm just gonna play the 3 mana card. These are legendary, so playing another Kaline isn't the best idea. Okay, that is certainly annoying. They have a good blockers. I have the Rapier here though. But Elvik is definitely gonna survive here for another turn. They double block that. Oh, they only single block it. Well, that's a lot better than what I kind of thought they would have used the herbalist there too, but they did not. I guess they still get to kill the spawn here with the -1 effect. But then I can use the deadly dispute, so actually that is perfect. Those die, they try to kill the spawn, and I use the deadly dispute. Oh yeah, this is fantastic. Artifact or creature. Well, it's gonna be the creature which is about to die. I get the treasure token for the Kaline. Draw 2 cards. I can play my tapped land now. I could have a 2 mana effect. Nope. Just this. Just this now. Now they still have an Elwick. It's not great for me. But I have a Plundering Barbarian that can kill the dungeon map.
There are so many things to see.
But that's gonna take some time. Let's see what this... Yeah, they might... Let's say if they get an emblem... this... Okay, the emblem is bad if they are gonna complete this. And they are gonna complete it. Okay, that's going to be tough now. Especially when they have a 4... Oh, darn. Yeah, the Planeswalkers in limited... Yeah, they can be really good. I guess I'll take a mountain. I have double reds in here. I have double black here anyway, so yeah, whatever. So the problem here, of course, is that if I use the 4 mana to equip, they still have the Herald to block with. I could just play the Earth Cult Elemental. It's not gonna... This is not gonna emblem up quite yet. This has Trample though, so it might be better to just do that. And then next turn I can trample through that somehow. Yeah, them getting the 4, you know, this 4 power 4/4 here, it's really bad. I have to take the trampler, and I guess I have to make it the 5/5. Yeah, I will make it the 5/5 to maximize the chance to get to trample this guy. I mean, if they kill this now, I basically just lose to Elwick. They are gonna complete the dungeon with the dungeon map. I won't have... Yeah, I mean, I can kill the dungeon map, but they're gonna +1 and no, they can complete the dungeon right away. And then the emblem is gonna be just miserable. I guess this takes a lot of mana to activate this thing, and the payoff from the last one is just to draw a card. Okay, so if they draw a card and don't have a spell to play, they can activate the herbalist and they can make a 3 mana spell happen. But if not, I have here a good game plan. I do have a good game plan here now, which is going to be equip the vampire spawn, kill this, attack for 5/5 with 5/5 trampler here. If that fails, I'm not in a good shape. But I mean, it is my chance to prevent the emblem from happening, so this is what I'm gonna do. They might have the trample trick here. If they do, well, it's still... I mean, this is gonna be a 7/7, but it has 5 damage dealt to it, so... Yeah, okay, they can double block with the herbalist and... They can double block with the herbalist and the... Yeah, and that is gonna mean that they are gonna get the... Well, I lost the Planeswalker now. They had to have it. I wish I had Dragon's Fire there. Imagine if I did. They're gonna emblem it up. Each of the creatures have +2/+2 trample and haste. Oh, they went for the venture here, so I have a chance if I draw a... Well, they have a good amount of blocks there. Yeah, I mean, I need to draw something that kills... Well, what can it be? Well, it can be a Dragon's Fire, but it's only a very temporary solution. So now they can go for the emblem here and... well, whatever, I mean, I'm gonna try here all I can. But they still have 2 cards in their hand. It's not like they are drawing to empty hand here. They have still stuff left. And they can even go for the jump block here. Or do they have even a trick here? It's gonna be incredibly hard to beat the emblem here. This is gonna be a 4-5. All of the creatures will have trample and haste as well. I mean, I do have a 6-6 if they have only lands here. But they don't get vigilance, but oh, this guy has vigilance. Oh, man, this can't even attack now. Man, it has to have vigilance. This doesn't give vigilance, do they? Okay. Well, that allows me to kill that thing with the Manticore. Okay, the game is not over. So I'm gonna get rid of the Shepherd here now. Manticore again, a good draw in there. Just when I needed it the most. So I'm gonna play the Painter first. Make a 3-2 flyer. I think the 2-1 flyer is enough here. I think it is enough. I will use the... and I can make it the 4-power flyer too. But I will use the treasure token or something that is on the ground maybe. Because if they have like one of the 2-3s, one of them is dead. But if they draw the other one, I can still equip this thing and make it a 4-power thing here. No, it will be a 4-5. Yeah, okay, and they have a plummet against my 1 flyer. Really? My deck has exactly 1 flyer. Okay, well, anyway, all of the creatures have +2/+2, trample and haste. Let's see if this can... I mean, I hope they don't draw any creatures. That is the only way. Well, they have something. They have a... So the plummet here was pretty good because I was able to kill the Elwick. But no, at least I have a Flame Skull now. That doesn't have haste though, so they still get to... I don't know, I guess they are Twisted Caverns. Okay, they have that. Man. Okay, so I need a 7/7 here, because otherwise this is not doing a whole lot. But I also need to cast my Flame Skull on this turn, so I can't play the Earth Cult Elemental, because I have only 8 mana here. I need 9 for all of this. So the Hoarding Ogre actually is gonna be just a... neither of these is gonna get the pump effect.
Oh, I hope we discover something new.
Well, that is... Planeswalker, but I got my own mythic rare. Maybe if they don't find yet another... Okay, and by the way, I was lying when I said that my only flyer is Manticore. Of course, the Flame Skull is a flyer too, but it's not really... I mean... whatever. So I take 12 here, no blocks. So now, at least... I guess I can still find my, you know... Okay, well, let's first of all, I'm gonna take 12, and these have trample, so I need some blockers here. I have the Earth Cult Elemental to block though, so I will... Wait a minute. What is happening now? Oh, they used the... come on. Of course they used the... that there. Well, no matter what, I will just... do this. Let's see how many treasures I get. Then I can maybe even use the rapier at some point. But the opponent is sadly at... I don't know if I was supposed to attack into them. No, they get the tokens which will have trample. Yeah, I mean, how do you beat the Elvic here when they gets to... I mean, gets to do it all. I can make an 8-8 for myself, but that's not quite enough. I guess the goal is gonna be... Okay, I make an 8-8 here, whatever. Then sack a permanent. They scried one on top if I recall correctly. So do I have here... Victory? I don't think I have. Jumping there. Well, let's see what they do. If they have a removal spell, then of course it's just gonna be game over. It was too much. But if they don't have, I can take the 8 from the Beholder and eat the Outlander. But if they have a creature coming up, that will also have haste and trample and +2/+2. So let's see. I mean, if they attack with all, they don't have vigilance, so I can have a lethal counter attack. It's not over, but it's very, very close. I also have only 11 minutes to finish the final game. So that will be a 4-3. Hasty trampling. Okay, they just... I mean, of course they get to venture, and they're gonna get 2 tokens. Or they can... Well, they won't be going to the caverns. Okay, yeah, that's just... Well, I mean, this had trample, so I will die if I don't block this, so I have to do this, and... Yeah, Planeswalker. I can get this pumped, but I mean, I do have here what 6, 8, 9. I actually had a lethal attack if I. Well, no, it doesn't matter. They have the blockers there, and there's nothing I can do about the flyer. So let's just save time because I have only 10 minutes left. Yeah. Let's hope they don't find the Elvic, or I have a bit more aggressive start. I think I still need the Dueling Rapier, that seems to be pretty important. How about the Eyes of the Beholder? Critical hit. Nah, this is just a deck. I mean, I need to get lucky, and they must not get the good draw. But they have the 2 of those 2 mana 2/3s with reach even, so that's actually, yeah, they have a very good deck. The only way for me to win is for me to get, you know, lucky and them to not get the good draws. But I will test the blue-white deck once. So if I lose this match, and in the next match if I lose game 1, I'm going to just sideboard into the blue-white deck in that case, because that would be potentially my last game. Okay, let's see. Check for traps with, 5 and 6 drops is not great, but I have 2 colors here, both my colors and 3 lands, so and I can get rid of their nastiest card they might have. Okay, they have a cast. Land wasn't bad because I have the 5 and 6 drops in here, so... Okay, Elvic and Purple Worm. Plummet. Okay, bye-bye Elvic. Exiled. So Purple Worm, did I sideboard in the... Did I sideboard in the Threaten effect? I I think I might have done that. Yeah, because I have the Sepulture Goal here. So that is one way to try to get rid of this, because I have the Tiger Trap Hunter here. Okay, another 6-drop. Well, I suppose they have only 2 power in the battlefield, so it's not such a big deal. And this is, I did forget, I do in fact have another flyer, and they have the Dawn Plummet for it. And the Basilisk kind of just trade with the Hunter, right? And then I have an Earth Cult Elemental. And I definitely can't give them the option to play the 8-7 here, so not gonna block anything. That would be horrible. But they're gonna not block with the Basilisk. What's this? I don't know what's going on. Oh, they have the kill spell, right? Okay, they had. Well, let's see what happens. I don't care about if I have to sacrifice. I have a lance to sacrifice, so. Well, I don't have to. They do have to sacrifice something. To get a treasure token from that, they might want to have the 8-7. Of course, that is going to be super annoying. They can just cast it right now. My 6-6 is gonna be. Oh, they have a Grim Bounty. I wish I had a Deadly Dispute. They still chose to. Why would they choose to? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, sure. I will trade with that now that I get some value with the Death Priest here. But I'm still gonna lose to the 8-7 here. Unless I. At least I know about the plummet, so that's the good thing here. That is the good thing. They have something for 4 mana. What are they having here? No idea. So the dragon would be very good if they didn't have the plummet, but. Well, I can jump that guy and draw some cards. Okay, that's a good one. Could also just dispute right away, but that makes no sense. Man, this plummet. I need to draw by something good. Well, anyway, I just, pass the turn. I guess I could have, yeah, because on my turn I would, yeah, that was a mistake actually. Because I would have gotten a token on my turn anyway, so I could have drawn the cards earlier, which I didn't do, but oh well. Because, yeah, this would have triggered in that case. Hide Hexblade, that is gonna draw me a card. Oh, there's a... Oh, I just lost my... I have lost the dispute. I need my Sepulture Goal. I can also just win with this thing, that is true. It will be a 10. Oh. Well, let's first draw a card. If I knew that, if I know that they have only one plummet in their hand, I would go for some, stuff here. Now it's not so. Oh, that is. Oh man, did I drew all my 3 sacrifice things here? So do I have mana for it? I think I do. So if I do this, and this, take this. I could sack to give it plus, but no, I'd rather give this guy an extra counter. Then I have 5, yeah, I can have it like this. Price of Loyalty. Yes, I have the 2 extra mana here. And then I will play the Sepulture Goal here. And now if this resolves, I can sacrifice the Pebble Worm at any point. Okay. And now the Red Dragon is gonna be finishing them up. Okay, that's nowhere near enough. And I can even do this. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. They don't know it, but the plummet actually was good in here. But it wasn't enough. Okay, Price of Loyalty. I don't know. Should I play this in the main deck configuration? That was the third win now. I do want to use the blue-white deck. Hopefully I get an opponent that doesn't play big green creatures. Am I supposed to play main deck? Instead of back of holding and I guess the dungeon map? Just forget about this stuff. And have the Sepulchre goal and the Price of Loyalty. It is so strong when you get to do it. And even in some very tight games, the Price of Loyalty alone can win a race. Okay, I will make that change. I will cut the artifacts and hope that this is gonna work. Okay, let's go for the final round, which could be a final, could also be the penultimate round. Okay, so this time it was only around 30 seconds of waiting time. I'm not getting to decide. First, but my hand is very nice. Okay, yeah, the color is just so good. Having two of these is so amazing. Oh yeah, this is gonna get me a swamp. I will activate it right away. I don't think it affects the opponent's turn 2 play at all when they know it. Now I don't have to worry about misclicking and not fetching the land. Black and white. Let's see, how do I do with this? Okay, they have the spawn, which means that I'm kinda tempted just playing this on next turn, so I'm gonna actually play the Fang Blade without. Yeah, I can just trade with that thing, right? It's not great to trade with it, but they got value out of it, and this is a lot better than a 2-3, but I feel like... On the other hand, this is so good that am I gonna want to make a... Well, let's see what happens now. Well, I am assuming they're not gonna... Okay, they are gonna attack. Sure, they have some other... Maybe another similar card. Nope. Okay, we're holding Ogre. That is great. So I'm gonna attack with the Painter here. If they have a trick of some kind. It's too good with the holding Ogre too. I'm not gonna... They might have the 5 damage to an attacker. That's a possibility. So, and I guess they're gonna... Oh, they have a Guardian of... Something faces out, but this can't just trade, right? Oh, I'm very happy I didn't attack with this guy. So they will trade, which is completely fine. Now I get my Ogre. And am I... No, I'm not going to play Paid with Treasure. I don't think. I'd rather make these Vampire Spawns bigger. Because the 2-3 stat line is not that great, but the 3-4 is definitely against a black-white deck better. Now they can double block the holding Ogre, but I think if I trade with the Vampire Spawn here, and I get 1 or 2 treasures here, it's going to be okay. Okay, Plate Armor. Well, I need my kill spell on that. That is very problematic. Oh, that is so good. And +3/+3 is amazing. So am I going to... I think I have to make a very big tribe hunter here. There's not really much else to do. Sadly... Okay, I get 2 treasures here. But they get double block here. Unless I have a trick. Okay, they played around, which is of course making a lot of sense, but... Let's see, I want to make one of these a 3-4. Okay, then again they have all of their guys are. So this could be a 5-6. I'm gonna make a 7-7 here. I'm going to make a 7-7. And am I even going to play a 2-3 here? It feels like it's... Well, I guess I can play one. But the other one maybe gets some other additional treasures. Now, this is an equip cost of 3 because they don't have any other equipment. So it's mostly their entire turn. And then I can use the tribe hunter to kill... Well, let's see what they do. Oh, come on! Why? 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 Ah... I thought I was in a good shape. Well, at least that happened. Well, let's just attack then, see what happens. At least it's a treasure that helps with the, you know, with the Kaline give me some big stuff, but they have the plate armor here. They can double block the vampire spawn here, but I will... Oh, they don't even double block. That's a mistake. In this case, I think the Hold Robber putting it there for the kill is the thing that makes sense the most. But okay, so this happens, and then I will be able to kill that. But how do I have here +3/+3. This could be a 5-4, but this could be a 4-4. So I think... But this could be a 4-6. My ground guys aren't really... going to do much about the plate armor. It's just so good. Sadly, this is gonna just trade with the Ranger's Hawk. That is not great, but I guess I can leave like 1 treasure, because this being a 4-3 is the same as it being a 5-4, because it will just trade with the Hawk. So so let's do like this. Kill this spawn, and then I will not play the vampire spawn number 2. I want to see if I, you know, have other treasures coming up. Because this could be up to 5-6 if I sack 3. Okay, they choose that. Interesting, actually. Yeah, they are gonna get another treasure. They can equip the Hawk in that case. If I jump block it though, I lose my Kaline, which is exactly the card with which I don't want to jump block. And they might still have a land drop, so no blocks. Yeah, they just can have a land drop and equip it anyway. I guess I hope that they have lands. Now they have more. Okay, whatever. They didn't go for the equip either. So that is very good for me. It's very good for me. I mean, they're taking 7 here unless they jump here. Not sure that's what they want to do. Sadly, I just drew land here, so... Well, I did at least get 2 treasures, so I can make this in fact a 5-6, and that's what I'm gonna do. And they are at 5 now, so I'm not sure playing the Hold Robber there was very smart. Now they actually have to use the plate armor to get the Ranger's Hawk. To able to block the Manticore, unless they have actually removal for it, of course. But then if they do that, my vampire spawn with being a 5-6... I mean, they have only one good blocker, and it's the one that is carrying the equipment. They could play another creature, in which case if it doesn't fly, my Manticore is gonna almost kill them. I think the opponent really went way too aggressive there. Yeah, but I mean, if I can capitalize on that, that's great. But sadly, they didn't play a land on the previous turn. It's possible they have. Okay, that's gonna make. Now I understand the aggression. They can, you know, go for the give the menace to their guys, but they just can't attack. There's no attack for them. Oh, they just mess up here, right? Why would they do that? They get at least one treasure here. Okay, so that I understand. So I can't prevent that from happening. I guess I'll just do like this, and then I have a lethal attack here anyway. What? I guess with one, what can they do? I don't know. Let's see what happens. This was like giving up the game, right? Almost the same. I want to use the blue-white deck, but I'm not sure if it's good against this. At least the Hold Robbers are... What can they do with 1 mana? 1 card? Nothing. So... I want to use the blue-white deck. I mean, I will cut back to this deck because I think this is a pretty decent one in this matchup, but this could be the last game of the event, so that's why I'm going to use the blue-white deck, if I still remember how it works. I mean, what were the cards? I think those were the ones. Those were the ones, and then there were these, and the Hamapashar, and it was a 16 land deck, because the curve is fairly low, average cost below 3 here. So let's try this, and I will, you know, get the black-red deck, which I think is the better one. But I want to try this once more. So let's take something different this time, maybe the full art land here. So that's 8 and 7 for the blue. Full art. This one. Okay. Okay, this is 7 lands. This almost basically never happens in best of 1, so this also shows that best of 3 doesn't have any starting hand algorithm, but I just went from 7 to 6 lands. Okay, I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna go to 5. What I need here is, of course, just draw non-lands after non-lands, but that was a pretty weird. Wow. Okay, okay. Do they have... Oh man. Wow. Okay, so I mulliganed the 7 land hand into a 6 land hand, and I kept the 6 land hand, and I drew 2 lands as my first 2 draw steps. Okay, well, I guess dungeon maps give me more. I'm not winning this. I mean, there's like a very weird way of winning this. At least the opponent doesn't know what's going on here. And I can afford to lose one match. I think I will play with this deck once more, because this is not really, you know, playing the deck. And they have like a Drider on turn 4, which is not that great. Well, I have a blocker for it, so there is that. So, because this is reach, and when it deals damage to me, they get a menace token and reach token. Anyway, let's see. If they don't have removal and I can block the Drider, all fine. Well, not that fine, but it's okay. But if they kill this and deal 7 to me and get a 2-1, it's just game over then. I'm not gonna continue. If they just have a trick, yeah, then that's a different thing. If they don't have anything, they can't even attack with the Drider. They will attack with the 2-1, which is, you know, that's fine. Okay, that does seem to be the case. So there's a chance. There is a chance here. Let's see what they're gonna do. The opponent went for 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. Because of the treasures, they have still a 1 extra treasure lying around. So it would be very weird if I was able to win here. Okay, so this is... wow, that's the kind of stuff I'm dealing with here now. Scry that. I think this is too slow here. I just need to go to the fan delver right now. That can draw me 2 cards because I have lands to discard. But I'm still in a bad shape because now they, have the... I guess I could have scryed this to bottom because if I'm gonna just use this to... Okay, that's gonna seal the deal. Okay, I'm gonna play it again. I guess the opponent doesn't know that I have a mill plan here. Do I? Whatever. Let's just play a game where I might maybe not draw a million lands. Okay, this is the other side of the coin then. I'm gonna keep it because to win the match, the game, I mean, I need to cast both of these most often. I did win one game, in fact. Oh, I drew the island right away. That is good. I did win one game where I only, cast one of these, but it was a long and grindy one. Having this in your starting hand makes it possible to actually just draw the other one and win, because if you cast 2 of these, it can mill like over 20 cards from the opponent. Sadly, the opponent is having an insane rare here, which they can equip. It's gonna be a 5/5. It's gonna venture. Yeah. I guess I can kill the 5/5. Yeah, I can. I can triple block it. And now I can... There's no... Well, let's play the 3/3 now. Scry 2. Don't think I have time for the back of holding, but Paladin Shield, that can be useful. If they equip, I will just block with the Investigator. Well, maybe with the Hamapashara. I don't have the Ventures here now. If I block with the Hamapashara and the Genie, they can't actually kill them both. It will be a 5/5. I mean, they can also just do that. Get some class here now, some Bum Rare class. Oh, one of the good uncommon ones works too. That Containment, I can kill with the Dawnbringer Cleric. So I might actually... I will play one of these right now. Or should I? Maybe I don't need it. They cast this for 3. They might have 2. They can't cast it and equip. That's the thing. Treasure token, but it only happens when it's in combat. They might have more enchantments, I mean. Okay, fine. I will just keep the cleric for now. I don't need the 2 life or anything right now. But the point is they can't do both this and make it a 5/5. That's the reason I did not. Okay, they choose that, which is great because I have the Paladin Shield here now. So this is actually good if they don't have anything for 1 mana. This is, in fact, because I can save whichever they put first. Oh, I can't save it. It's only +2, +0/+2. But I mean, yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, it wasn't as good as I thought it would be, but yeah, because it's only sometimes I think it's +0/+3. I think there was a flash card of similar kind in the past which gave 3 toughness, so I can't save that thing. So let's just make this trade happen. Didn't have any venture there, but now I'm of course fine, whatever. Oh, the unicorn is here, but I don't have mana to. But they didn't have a land. Maybe I have a... Yeah, I can do this. Am I even going to attack for 3 here? I don't think so. I think my game plan is double Tasha. It is the way to win here. I'm double Hideous Laughter, I mean. Yeah, because if I attack, then they use the minimum's containment on the tree. Now, it's important for me to have blocks on this thing. I don't want them to get repeated ventures with this thing. Now, they are missing the other color of mana. I should try to capitalize on that. Now, in the previous game, I was having all lands after Mulligan, so I guess it's fair that both have mana issues in games. Black is the other color. Now I can make this a 4/3 with the one of the clerics. The other one will be saved for the minimum's containment, I think. They choose to do that, which is fine. That's a nice trick to have too. So... Yep. Now I could attack. I mean, I can try to win the game too. And I think this is the way to go. I'm gonna attack with this guy. I mean, win with damage, I mean. Of course, I try to win the game, but I can try to win with damage. I guess I could have... No, I could have attacked for 6 here, but I don't want them to get the ventures. I want to use my tricks here. Okay, that's another of those, which is fine, because I have another one of those. Yeah, they have... Okay, well... Planar Ally will be good too, but I'm just gonna... At some point I'm gonna start attacking with multiple guys, but... Because I really could do that. Do I wanna go for the attack with... I mean, if I let them equip, they get... it's time to do it. It is time to do it now. I guess I could have attacked with this thing, +1/+3. Oh man, that actually would have allowed me to deal 2 additional damage. But if they equip, yeah, now they found a swamp there, but it might be too late. No, that is not. I have a 3/3 flyer here still, and all the tricks I have here too. My hideous ladders are not gonna... they are not needed. So... It's just attack with the flyer, right? If I attack with this, I can use the ambush thing though. It's gonna give me +1/+3. The paladin shield won't be enough. Okay, fine. I'll use the ambush thing. It's basically 1 mana to get rid of the skeletons here. Unless they have something too, but we will see. And I can play the Bag of Holding, and then I can actually get rid of the Hideous Lather, which is funny. because I can even get it back if that is really going to be the way to win the game in the end. Now they did get a treasure token here, but they are back of holding now. And I will have the Paladin Shield up as well as the looting ability here. Well, I did win one game with the Hideous Ladder in this event, but let's see. I mean, this game is not over, but of course if I win this game, the event is over. And yeah, at the end of the video, by the way, I just forgot to mention, but I guess you saw it in the description and in the title, there will be a set completion report, sort of, status update. This is my 20th event of Forgotten Realms. I have had 18 drafts and 2 sealed deck events. So I will, because after every 10 events, I will show how is the going to progress with the Forgotten Realms set currently. So they get to do some of either drain or give -4, -0. They might go for the -4, -0 on the flyer. I get to try to kill it. Okay, so they are going to... I know I could just use the Paladin Shield here to prevent 3 damage, but that's not really important. I can't kill it anymore. So I'll just take 3 here. So this says they get an artifact from top 4, and this gets counters when they have artifacts into the battlefield. No artifacts found. How about the remaining 4 mana they have left? Hexblade. Okay, that also makes them lose a life. If I loot into another Hideous Ladder, I'm not even sure if I should just forget about the Paladin Shield. That might be the case. Anyway, let's loot now. Yep. Let's lose that. It's there, stored for later use if it comes to that. Now I got a land. 3 and 1 mana spells for this thing. This, by the way, is not a very good combination with the back of holding, but it's fine. Alright, so this will be -4, -0 until their next turn. So when their turn starts, it's back to 2-1. I kind of want to just play the Planar Ally here. I could attack with this, but then they will just trade here. So I think I see what they try to do. Yeah, I'm doing only this now. They could have given it -4, -0, so I'm assuming they have something. And that's gonna be enough. The Paladin Shield won't save it. This 1 mana trick would have saved it. But I have the Planar Ally, so they need more removal. Let's see if they have it. And now there's a 1, 3 and 4, so this is the draw 3. I guess it shows it in here. It's gonna draw 3 now. If I were to cast it, of course it costs 6 mana, which I don't even have here. Planar Ally can go to the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Gaining 1 life will make the Celestial Unicorn 4/3, which could be relevant. At least they couldn't block it with the Hide Hexblade. They have another removal, okay. And now this triggers from the treasure token. Okay. Maybe I'm gonna go for the mill win, because these few flyers are my, these are the ways to win based on damage. I lost those ways. At least this is draw 4 now, so there is that. But I might have to win with the Hideous Ladder. I need to find the other one. Of course, with draw 4, it's gonna be doable. Also, I can loot until I find the other one. But yeah, definitely them killing my flyers means that I will have very tough time to win here. They make that into a 4-4, which means that the unicorn... Yeah, I'm gonna just trade with the unicorn, whatever. Shocking Grasp and a Paladin Shield. Sadly, the problem here is, of course, that I don't have enough power. Now, I could have taken the damage from this guy, but if I knew I'm gonna draw a Shocking Grasp, I think I would have done it. Because now they can just equip the Nadar, and there's no way for me to... Yep, I wish I just drew land to draw the 4 cards. That's what I wanted to do. I mean, they get a draw a card. This will activate. Yeah, this card is so good. Well, I can win with Tasha's Hideous Ladder ×2 here. They have 21 cards left in the deck, and quite a bunch of them is going to be lands too. So, okay, they don't. Actually, they chose to not attack with this thing yet. Okay then. Do I have a 2-mana card? No, I don't. So definitely just do whatever. Let's draw 5 now. And I will do this. Dungeon map? I just don't have time for it. I need a land. That's a land. And now I have other, you know... They have no hand here there. So I could do a couple of things. If they attack with this, if they make it a 5-5, they get to draw a card. I can play the Steadfast Paladin and have the Paladin shield up, and then I can just loot, although... I can use this thing too. This is pretty good at finding the other Hideous Ladder. I kind of want to just draw 5. Yeah, that's gonna be the thing. Draw 5. Nadar can attack and do yeah, that problematic. Okay, they don't want to attack with Nadar because, well, they can still do it, but unless they, I mean, I can kill it. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. I will take. They will get the treasure token though, but I'm gonna draw 5 cards. That's, I mean they get the treasure. Let them have treasure, whatever. It's time to just draw here. Oh, that works nicely with that. I guess I could have jump blocked. Fine, okay, they get more life. That's no longer relevant. Now it's relevant that I can deck them out still. Come on, Tasha. No. Oh, come on. It's in the bottom 13, the second one. Well, there's a Priest of Ancient Lore. I mean, I'll just do all that. Draw a card. There it is. There it is. So I can win on the next turn, right? Because I can return it and cast it. Okay, let's go for it. Oh, they did. That was no lands at all. Wow. Anyway, maybe they just draw a land then. No, none of that. I will win even if they attack and make their team will be pumped, but I should still win with 4 + 3. I have the mana for that. But I mean, that means, well, I think the most of the cards left in the deck are lands, right? They have 7 in here, and none in here. Yeah, they have like, what, 10 lands here, or something like that. They don't even attack with all, because Nadar has an ability when they complete a dungeon, they actually get to pump each of them. I mean, they should have attacked with all here. This has even vigilance. Anyway, back of holding. And that should be mostly lands there left in their deck. And that's it. Okay, so I got to use the double exile stuff in the end. So maybe opening both of those wasn't so bad. Too bad I wasn't able to combine it with the flumph. Did I have the white rare at all there? It doesn't matter. I actually didn't lose even one match. So this is also marking the first first kind of a trophy, which means I got to the max wins in my any event of Forgotten Realms. So any premier draft and any traditional draft, I haven't gotten to 7 wins in premier drafts. I haven't gotten to 3 match wins in traditional drafts. And the previous sealed I think was 3 wins, not 4. Now I got to have a clean max win result. I think both of the decks, but at least they were fun. This was actually a good one. Not sure about the blue-white one. I guess against certain decks it is a lot better. Of course the opponent was stuck at only having white mana for a very long time in the game. But yeah, when I didn't mean to go there. Let's go to the get my prize. So yeah, this was the Sealed Deck event, and next part of the video will show the status collection status for Forgotten Realms that I have gotten in after 20 events. So see you there in a second. So here is first the event breakdown. So how have I gotten my cards and packs so far? There are 9 traditional drafts and 9 premier drafts I have played, and 2 sealed deck events. And the sealed events have been great. Of course, sealed deck events are all pretty much, you can't win gems. For example, in this event, I paid 2,000 and got 2,200 gems back. So I won 200 gems by going 4-0. But that's just the nature of the price structure in sealed. At least sealed events are pretty good if you don't get still they're fine if you don't get that many wins, because you get to keep the 6 rares and you will always get the 3 prize packs too. Well, my draft win rate hasn't been that great. It's still, of course, above average, so not that bad in that sense. But if I compare these numbers to my usual numbers in the history of Magic Arena, my traditional draft win rate has been over 70%, and my premier draft win rate has been closer to 65%. So I'm like over 10 percentage units below my usual success rate for some reason. So maybe in Forgotten Realms I just don't know what's good in drafts, or people just in general have gotten better and it's not so easy to win a lot. And of course, if more people just play and improve in the drafts, that could mean that we get more support for limited high stakes limited events and that. So I'm happy if that's the case. Still, I'm down almost over 10,000 gems. And for that, I still won 63 packs, so it's worth more than 10,000 gems, and of course a lot of rares and mythic rares, which are at least the mythic rares are very valuable when completing the set, because that's kind of the indicator when you can open your packs. The more mythic rares you have, the less you need to collect packs to actually complete the set. So I'm surely not going to complete this set for free, which has been the case for most of the earlier sets in Arena. I have been able to complete them for free, but now I'm down so many gems that it's going to be very, very difficult to actually get such win streaks that I would actually get back to the and 0 value in here in gems. And this is the progress now. I have 78 packs. This includes, because there were 63 packs from the event prizes, but also I have gotten 15 packs from the mastery track and the play Dungeons and Dragons code that gave 3 packs. And I have currently 18 mythics and 46 rares. And now this is the estimate. If I open these packs, I'm estimated to get 10 more mythics, so I would have 28 total, and rares would go to 108 approximately, which would mean that I have a 35% completion rate for mythics, so 28 out of 80, and for rares it's 45%. So this was after 20 events. So my initial estimate that I'm assuming to complete the set by event number 60, that is going well with that estimate, because 20 times 3 is 60 and 35 times 3 is 105%. So maybe I'm going to get it done in 60 events. We'll see. Next video will be a traditional draft most likely, and next status update will happen after event number 30. So I will still have mostly traditional and premier drafts, but also some amount of sealed deck events while they are still active, because sealed will cease to be a thing, but I think there's like 1 week of sealed still left, or maybe 2, not even sure, but at least 1. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.